You are now tuning in to Kickspot with Jinu Park and Migs.
Welcome once again to another episode of Kickspot.
What's up, everyone?
I'm your host, Migs Fajardo, and right across from me is my partner in crime, Jinu Park,
Yes, sir.
R&B sensation.
Thank you.
I don't know why you're wearing a jacket.
Thank you.
It's kind of hot in here. So
This is the R&B sensation look.
that's right. It is the R&B sensation look. Correct.
All white.
Yep.
It's like the boy band look.
So, again, you guys can actually follow us on our Instagram page at @the_Kickspot. We're also on YouTube. Just search the Kickspot and you should be able to find us. And then also we are on Spotify called the Kickspot. Also on 106.3 HD2 Santa Ana, Orange County.
Yes, sir.
You can also find us there. Anywhere else, Junior Park?
Yeah.
I think we just discovered something today.
Apple Podcasts as
Yeah.
well, too. So we're all on all the streaming sites here, and today we have a special guest with us. I'm excited because in the industry that Migs and I grew up in and also where we met through door-to-door sales, it wasn't the door-to-door sales that really inspired us. It was more of the leadership and the mindset and what we were taught. And so a lot of the conversations that we hide behind closed doors, I know we talk about a lot of funny stuff and we talk about basketball and all that, but deep down inside what we really truly like is the grind talk, the motivational talks. It's just something that just comes out naturally.
Self-development.
Self-development is something
That's our
that we
passion.
love.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's another reason why we started this podcast, is because as people are listening to the podcast, we want to be able to add value to other people.
Yes.
And so, I brought our friend Sonny here with us today, and I'm very glad because Sonny's obviously, for me, someone that I talk to, that my soundboard, someone that I could just vent to sometimes, and he gives me some good advice as well too. And I wanted to share with everybody, his path and then what he's up to currently. So, Sonny, welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy to be here.
Of course.
As you can see, he's got a little bit of a different accent. I can't even do an Australian accent. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, mine's horrible.
It's like I switched to like the British accent, and then I can only say Foster's, and that's like the only thing.
Australia for big.
That's the only. I heard that was like in Australia that actually isn't very good beer, or nobody really drinks Foster's beer.
No, it was just a really good ad campaign that they did. So
Yeah.
they don't drink Foster's that much. I mean, it's a popular beer in Australia, but it's not one of the most popular in Australia.
It's like Bud Light.
In America?
In here, yeah.
No, Bud Light. Everybody drinks Bud Light. Americans drink a lot of Bud Light here, especially in the Midwest.
True.
They drink a lot of
Maybe
that.
because I'm Californian.
But I guess like a Corona in Mexico,
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a little bit.
Yeah, because they like Tecate.
Tecate.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Modelo.
Or Modelo.
Yeah.
For sure.
you know what? To be honest, I don't drink that much beer, so I can't comment on all the above.
So since you are from Australia, every single one of our guests has to go through the torture of answering
That's
some
right.
trivia questions
gee.
just to get to know you a little bit more.
Yes.
So Migs, give us the questions.
Yeah, so I got the questions here. So these are just facts, trivia questions about Australia, seeing how deep your knowledge is of your original country.
Oh boy.
So here we go. First question. I'll start off easy. I'll start off easy for Sonny. So what animal which type of animal you'll find more in Australia than you will humans?
Kangaroo.
Yeah, he got that one right.
Oh,
He got that one right. All right. Next
But you
question.
know what? I was doubting myself because
You thought it was koalas?
no. Marsupial, right?
Oh.
So animals, like, is a marsupial an animal? I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay. I
can't
mean,
say.
yeah.
So,
But you
I
got it
don't know.
right. So that's awesome. Next question. Which country imports camels from Australia? That's a hard
country
Yeah.
imports camels
from Australia. Yeah. That's a good one.
Hang on, Australia has camels?
I guess.
Oh, that's
Touche.
Gee, I don't know. Just the fact that I asked if Australia has camels.
Yeah, I know. Right?
gonna give your educational.
So the right answer is if
Wait,
Sonny.
let-
Do you know?
yeah,
do you
let
want
me-
to take a
let me
wild
try to
guess?
take a guess.
Take a wild guess.
I don't know. Saudi Arabia.
Oh my god. That is correct.
Wow,
That was
good.
That was a great guess.
It's
Right
just
there.
a logical guess.
Right. See, Jinu Park got that wrong earlier.
I did.
Yeah. What did you say? Iraq? You said
said
Iran.
Egypt.
Oh, Egypt. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's pretty. True or false? Here's a true or false question. There's a mountain called Mount Disappointment in Australia.
False.
That is actually true.
You're not
Wait,
Australian.
true meaning I got the answer right?
No, you got the answer wrong.
Are you even from Australia, bro?
So it's funny. In here it says in Australia, there's a mountain called Mount Disappointment. Apparently, the view was so disappointing that there was no better name for it.
Oh wow.
Where is that mountain?
I am not sure. It's just on the
Wow.
50 trivia facts and questions of Australia.
I see you've done your research.
Thank you, Google.
Yeah, for sure. And last question. Okay, here we go. Last question.
Last question, good.
Last question. Does Australia have a Burger King?
No, it's called Hungry Jack's.
That was a trick. I was trying to trick him. But that was good.
Yep,
Yes,
it's called
correct.
Hungry Jack's.
Good job.
Wow, how did you know that?
It's
How did you know it was the same chain?
It looks the same branding.
Yeah, it looks
exact
exactly
except it's Hungry Jack's.
same color, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same taste too. I went over there.
They don't have like specialty Australian,
Like fast food.
yeah, like kangaroo meat or something like that. That's what I would
Well,
imagine.
kangaroo is a specialty as far as you can order it like restaurants, but
Yeah.
it's not something that you eat every day or anything like that. So
I've had kangaroo meat when I was there.
yeah, it's very gamey.
It's very, very gamey. Yes.
Is it good?
I didn't like it. Did you like it?
It was okay. I had a roux burger, so it was okay. And then Australia is also known for their pot pies, like their chicken pot pies, but they replaced it with kangaroo meat. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That's one thing actually I miss most about Australia is their pot pies.
Oh my gosh.
All the meat pies, even the sausage rolls. The sausage rolls, those are really good as well.
Do you order like kangaroo meat like you would order steak?
Nah, it's
Like you wouldn't be like, hey, I want it medium rare.
No, you don't do that
No.
over there.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
but good questions.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you asked that.
Yeah, very, very curious.
Awesome. That's the end of our trivia right there.
Hey, so I passed. Right?
So
You
75%.
did, 75%.
Yeah.
It's a C plus.
If
it's a
if,
passing grade.
if your kid comes with 75, I hope dad also got 75.
No, not us Asians. Yeah, it's 92 or bust.
That's right.
Yeah.
92 or bust. A minus or less.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. So Sonny, so when I met you through my sister, and one of the first things that she tells me is, Sonny is a male model.
Oh my god.
That's
Did she say
awesome.
that?
Yeah, she's
Awesome.
she's like, Sonny and his wife, they're both models, and they have like, they're gonna make like the best beautiful children because they're both models. And I was like, okay. And then you walk in with your I don't want to say like your kid's name out in public, whatever, because some people
Right.
Obviously for privacy reasons, but. I was like, man, he's actually tall for an Asian dude. So how long were you modeling, and what was that experience like?
Gee, so I started modeling when I was in college. And
Okay.
just, some history. I came to the US on a tennis scholarship. That's what made me come to the US. Went to college in Ohio, and then while I was in Ohio, that's when I started modeling.
Ohio
So I had,
State, Ohio Buckeyes.
Bowling Green State
Oh,
University.
Bowling Green.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
wow. That's a football
So
school.
you
also.
modeled here in the U.S. You weren't
I
a
did.
model in
No,
Australia.
Not at all.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
Yeah, so I have an aunt who lives in California, up in San Jose, and she has I have a cousin. She has a son, about 4 years old, younger than I am. So he got sent like and I was always at their place during the summertime. Since I would fly home to Australia for about a month, but then I always spend the summers in California in San Jose, and he got sent something in the mail. It was like a talent search, and then I'm like, gee, well, let's just go. Let's see what happens. So we went, and I got, I guess, picked to go to the next stage.
Awesome.
All right, and then since I was in California, but I lived in Ohio for college, I went to another one of those similar talent search. I think it was called Pro Scout at that time. I think they're no longer around. But then that's when I went there, met some agents, and they said, yeah, we like you look, and the rest is history.
So did your cousin end up going in the next round?
No,
Dang. How's your relationship?
Cousin, come on.
no, but he just went out there just to do a company. He wasn't really that interested, but I was kind of interested. It was kind of
Got it.
piqued my curiosity.
So in Pro Scout in Ohio.
So Pro Scout here first in California, and then I went to the one in, and then I guess the next level was, hey, you know what? I think you have a look. We're going to invite you to our conference where we invite a bunch of agents to come, and then you get to meet the agents, and they, let you know if they're interested in like representing you or not. So at that convention, you meet like 30-something agents, and then they just they let you know, hey, I love your look. We want to represent you, and then you kind of pick whichever agent you like the best, or whichever one you connect best with.
So out of 100%, how many Asians were actually there?
Geez, this is going back 21, 22 years. So,
it's still
the game's
like,
different.
I think there's more Asian exposure, but back in the day, I don't imagine there being too much.
Yeah, so right now there's like the Asian demand for models is higher right now. Back then it wasn't that much, and that's actually, and we can get into this if you want to, but that's actually why I moved to Hong Kong to pursue modeling. After I graduated, I was still modeling, and I went to New York. And New York was, and I thought I was going to be like a famous model in New York, and that didn't happen. I remember I went to see my agency in New York. It was Ford. So Ford is actually one of the top agencies.
Ford's huge. Yeah.
I went to see but I was more on the commercial side, not on the fashion side. So I went and saw my agent, and I'm like, hey, when can we get started? I'm excited to get things rolling. And then he's like, Sonny, what's your expectation, for modeling? And I'm like, I assume, I guess I'm going to be working maybe once a week at least, and then go on castings every day. And he's like, yeah, no,
Really?
not so much. You'll be probably lucky, because as a Asian male model, you'll be lucky if you get like a couple castings a week, maybe. But, Caucasians obviously have every day, like multiple castings a day.
Right.
But as Asians, you're not going to get, it's not that busy for Asians. So my dreams were kind of crushed at that time right then. So I didn't give up. I continued modeling just to see how it was, because I'd driven all the way from Ohio just to pursue my modeling career in New York, and stayed in New York, I think, for 3 or 4 years, and nothing really happened. So then I decided to move to Hong Kong, because that's where Asians were in demand, right? And continue my modeling in Hong Kong.
It's funny you say that, because I just watched the Jet Li documentary on ESPN.
Bruce Lee?
I'm sorry, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing. He couldn't get the casting and all the roles in here back in the 70s. He went to Hong Kong, and then his first featured film was huge. It was a huge success, and then it got Americans to watch it. And then it's funny, the way you describe your journey, it was very, very similar to Bruce Lee's journey. And then it panned out for him. But what projects did you work on?
Actually, I had a pretty good career in modeling in Hong Kong. Actually, first, I stopped by Singapore first. So I spent 3 months in Singapore, and then went to Hong Kong after that. And I did fashion shows, did commercial prints, did fashion shoots. Biggest one, actually, the one that I liked the best was for a computer company, and it had. You guys haven't been to Hong Kong, have you?
I've never been to Hong Kong. Yeah.
So there's a ferry that goes from Central to like TST, and you have to walk through this big tunnel like towards the ferry station. And I did this job for a computer company, and they just didn't tell me about it, and my agent told me about it. My whole head was just on the tunnel. So I was walking through the tunnel. I was like, hey.
Like you saw your face.
I saw my face. I'm like, that looks like someone I know. And then I walked closer.
That's pretty cool.
That is me, yeah. And it was kind of cool. So
that's pretty cool.
And what was cool is that the slogan for this computer was, where's your mind? Because I think the computer they were coming out with, a laptop, was called MindGate, right? That was the name of the computer. So it was like, where's your mind? MindGate. And it's so funny because my head was kind of cut open like this. And now since I teach mindset, it's so funny, where's your mind, right? So, there's no coincidences, right? So it's
comes back full circle.
Yeah, it comes back full circle.
I love it. I love it.
What are the stereotypes of modeling that you want to kind of, I guess,
Bring to light.
yeah, if there is a stereotype and if those are true. Like one stereotype is people are throwing up frequently to make sure that they're skinny.
Well, you know what? It really depends on. Actually, let me tell you a story. So, before New York, so I said, you know what? I want to go back to continue modeling in Asia somewhere, right? So I decided to move back to Australia first, just to kind of work out my options.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to go Hong Kong at some point, but I want to go back to Australia first. And I saw some agencies in Australia, and I started modeling a little bit in Australia, and then actually went to Hong Kong because my agent had set me up with some meetings in Hong Kong. Went to Hong Kong, and they said I was too fat.
What?
And I wasn't like overweight or anything at all, right? Just not their size that they wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm like, really? So I actually went back to Australia and I kind of trimmed down so that when I was in Singapore, I had to watch what I eat, because I needed to shed some weight because I knew I wanted to go to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And then after spending 3 months in Singapore, went back to Hong Kong, and they said, yeah, great. So I think I maybe lost 5 pounds. I don't know how much. It wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. But I guess they do look for specific sizes because it's not so much them, like the agencies, but you got to be able to fit the sample sizes, right? And the sample sizes are a certain size because it's just one size, the sample size. So if you're too big or anything or too small, they want you to bulk up because they want you to be able to fit the sample size. And the sample size for men is like 40 regular for suit. Waist is like 32, 31, 32. But yeah, there is a certain standard that they want you to kind of meet when you are a model. So more so for females, obviously, you need to fit into all the small dresses, so you can't be that, in their eyes, a size 4, even though size 4 is perfect, right? So, but yes, it is. Unfortunately, it is because the designers have those sizes that they just come out with, and you got to fit them if you want to be, if you want to walk the runway, fit those clothes, but having to peg too much.
Right.
So
has that changed recently, or do you think it's still the same?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I've been out of the industry now, I would say about since I moved to LA, so probably a good 6-7 years ago. Yeah. So.
Do you think agencies now are like, just the game in general, is it completely different now as far as modeling? Because people have more exposure, they use social media, there's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and you can post any pictures and you can hire a guy that just has a camera and start taking pictures of you. Like, how has the game changed from, or in your eyes, from how you were first discovered to how somebody can get discovered nowadays?
Sure. Well, it's definitely, I'll answer that question, but first of all, it's definitely affected the modeling industry because, like you said, everyone who has a camera can have an Instagram account. Right, so advertisers, clients, they're actually going to these influencers because they already know, hey, if I hire this particular model or this influencer, quote unquote, then I already know that they have a following of 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. So that's right there built in, platform for them to get the product out there. So a lot of times now when you go to an audition, it's going to ask for your Instagram handle because then they can look at, hey, how many followers does this person have, and I'm assuming that's going to have, obviously they're not going to tell you, but it's probably going to have an influence on if you book the job or not. Is because it makes sense as an advertiser or as a client, if you're going to hire someone and pay them money, you're going to at least want, hey, you know what? If we book this girl, this guy, we're going to know that they're going to be posting it on Instagram, and we're going to get 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 plus eyeballs on this as soon as they post something. So it makes sense. So the game has changed, and that has also pushed the rates down as well for modeling, because Instagrammers, they don't really need that much. Some of them just give me free clothes, and I'll do it for free, right? Whereas models, they typically get paid quite a lot. Like the average rate back then, for female was 2,000 plus a day, and for males it's like 1,200 plus a day. So
a day,
yeah, and that's like,
and that was 20 years ago. when you,
No, it's just quite recently. Yeah.
oh wow. That's
Yeah, actually,
pretty good.
20 years ago, yeah. But now I think things, if anything, it's probably come down because of the whole
Saturation of
Instagram
Instagram,
saturation and
yeah.
everything. But yeah, it's girls could and guys could make a good living if they were
Wow.
working as a model.
Now, you said that you did have success out in Hong Kong, but obviously you didn't have much success like in the US, and it's not downgraded, but obviously there's like a mindset as well too that kind of plays games with you. Like, should I continue modeling? Should I not model? Should I do something else? Like, you know, me in the music industry, like I've had a lot of those incidents where I'm like, man, this is tough. So how did you get over that mindset?
So that's a great question, and it all goes back to your desire, right? So if you're just doing something because you want to be famous or you want to, like a very surface desire, then you're getting hit with all these, objections, then you may not be able to persevere because it's not deep enough, it's not strong enough. But for me, I really wanted to become a model. I really knew that I had what it took in order to be successful. So it was me. So after getting up, or receiving all these objections all the time, it's like, okay, this is part of the business, but I wasn't willing to give up. So if someone is looking at modeling, or it doesn't have to be modeling, anything, if you're truly committed, then it's easier. But if you're not truly committed, then that's when it may be tough for you to keep persevering if or when the going gets tough, because the going will get tough. And it's just a matter of if that desire is strong enough.
Now, for someone like you, it seems like you've already mentally prepared your brain, or even like tweaked your brain to be already think that for whatever it is. It doesn't have to be in modeling; it could be in anything that you do. But for listeners that are still going through that wave right now, they're trying to figure out how to get to that point. What is your best advice for those people?
Basically, work out why do you want to be a model? Why you want to do whatever you want to do? Be a singer, be an actor. Why do you want to do that? Because if you don't have a strong enough why, and this is nothing new, right? If you don't have a strong enough why, then you're probably not going to continue when the going gets tough, because it's your why that really drives you. So, like I said, everyone talks about this because it's true. If you don't have a solid why, then when the going gets tough, you're going to just find reasons why you can't. Whereas if you have a strong why, that's what you can fall back on to keep you moving forward. So your why is really, what you can use to bounce back. So my suggestion is really work out, why do you want to do what you are pursuing or what you want to do? Because if it's superficial, then keep digging deeper. Okay, why do you want to, and go at least 5 whys deep. I want to become a model. Why? Because I want to be famous. Why? Because I want to have a lot of money. Why? Because I want to, be financially secure. Why? Because I want to be able to set myself up for life. Why? So keep going until you find what I call the why that makes you cry. So that if you're able to really dig deep down inside to really find that why that makes you cry, then every time you get, discouraged, dig back down to that reason why. This is why I'm doing it, and that's going to get you back up.
No, I love that. I love that. Find the why that makes you cry.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you're emotional, making you cry meaning that you have passion for whatever that is. And with passion, it's easier for you to move. It's easy for you to overcome hurdles. It's easier for you to not listen to the negative when you have that passion. And we've seen it.
Yeah.
We've gone through it. Especially with the door-to-door stuff. My gosh, it's crazy.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I only did it for 3.5 years. He did it for like 7 years. And it was one of those things. And I just love how you put it that way. When you keep asking at least 5 deeper level questions of why, and you get to that reason that's gonna make you cry. Man, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, we're going to take a little short break here. And as you can see, as you're listening, this is exciting stuff for us. We love talking
I get giddy about
this
stuff.
And for Sonny being a model and having that experience, obviously we're intrigued to see what he's doing now and what he has going moving forward. So when we come back, we'll talk about that.
You are listening to Kickspot.